Hi, this is my planner stack for 2025. Let's go through them, shall we? Hello everybody, it's Edwina from My Craft Orchard. How are you? It's been a while, but here we are, beginning of 2025. And yes, there's a lot of planners here. They're not all planners, some of the notebooks. Most of them are planners though, I have to say. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to clear them away, and while I do that, let's have a bit of a chat, shall we? So I actually, in the back of this one, made a note of the last couple of years. So in 2022 I used 17 journals, notebooks and planners. In 2023 I used 14 journals, planners and notebooks, and in 2024 I started the year with 11 planners and 3 notebooks. So have I broken the record? I don't think so. I think it's pretty much the same. So the first thing you need to know is, please, if this isn't for you, it's absolutely fine. I have a lot of notebooks, I have a lot of journals, I have a lot of moving parts, and I am a planner hopper, and I do like a different planner for a different thing, and that's why there are so many here. Now this is how it is. This is me, and this is how I roll. I tend to have a journal for everything. So I have a content planner, I have one for my personal, I have one for craft club, I have one for my business. I have an index card box that I use all of the time. To be honest, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to start. Let me just count these up. 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14 planners and notebooks plus an index card box. So if you said that was 15, you'd probably be right if you include this. If you don't, it's 14, which is the same as last year, isn't it? I'll have another look, but we'll check. So yes, where do I start? Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Let's start with, this is my master calendar, and I'm just going to put it in this cover, this loose cover that you can use, and as you can see, it is a super thin notebook, and it's a Campas Diary free schedule monthly appointment. I had this off Amazon. Well, actually my husband did, and it's very thin paper, but not so thin like the Hobonichi paper. It's a little bit thicker, which is what I like. I don't mind it thin, but I don't like it that super thin. And I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be using, what I'm going to use it for, so what it is, what I'm using it for, and then I will do a completely in-depth of each one and how I'm using it and all those things as January goes on. So the Campas Diary, it has this perpetual calendar in the front, and then every month then it's just a month, and it actually goes, because I've dated them all up to February 26, and then in the back you've got a few spare lined paper. I have filled this in. I only use pencil. This is the scribble book. It's the oh, there's an appointment, there's something on my phone, I quickly need to write that down type place. It doesn't need to be neat, it doesn't need to be tidy, there's not going to be any stickers in it. The only stickers I'm going to use are these indexed down the side. It's already sort of set up. I've got everything transposed over, but I do need to do a little bit more planning in there for 2025. 5. I nearly said 6. Oh my god, no, 20. That's because I've just read 26. So that's the first one. That's my master calendar. That's where if I change planners, if I hop from one planner to another, if I ditch everything and go digital, which I'm not going to do, by the way. Do you know what? I also use Todoist. Do we add that as a planner journal? Oh, it gets very complicated. Maybe we should also add that. But I haven't got that to show you, not today, but we'll add that to the list. So if I do plan or hop, I move from place to place, this stays consistent. It means I've got one place, one master calendar where everything is recorded. So if I hop, skip and jump, there is no way I can lose stuff because it's all in here. This is the first place I go to put things in. It's the first place I go to look for what's going on. So that's the main thing. If anything else, I could do with everything else as long as I've still got this. So that's that one. The next two, which will be working in conjunction, are these two. So this one is a Kinbor, and this one is, I have no idea what this is, just give me a second. I know I had it off Amazon, and it doesn't say. I will link it down below, but I had this off Amazon. So this one, both of these are A5. The Campus was A5 as well. It's ring bound, and I actually added in pages in the front because it didn't actually start till the 31st of December. So with this one, you have like months at the front. You have a habit tracker type thing. Then you have months, and then it goes into weeks, which is a timed weeks, if you look. And that goes all the way through to December, where there is a few note pages at the back, and there is a plastic, I didn't win that, by the way, a plastic pocket at the back. So this, as you see, I've drawn out the few weeks before because I had this a couple of weeks ago. It's going to be used like this, and this is my time schedule. I'm going to just adjust my camera again. There you go. It really looked like you were all on the slant then, that's why I've just adjusted the camera. So this is a time schedule. So this is me looking at my week. When am I busy, when am I not? So when have I got craft club, when am I doing my morning routine and getting Harry to school, that sort of thing. What appointments do I have I got to do school pickup that day, tea, and I also have been writing in what we eat for tea, plus any daily tasks that I need to do. Obviously Christmas week, which is this one, was pretty empty, as it were, but that's how I've been using it, and I've been practicing obviously by putting these pages in the front beforehand, and it's worked amazingly. So I haven't set this up for January. That's what I'm going to do on the 1st. It's not quite the 1st as I'm filming this. So you've got your month, and then you've got your weeks. 2 days on one column, Saturday and Sunday, and then at the end of the month it literally goes straight into the next calendar. The good thing about this calendar is it actually has different languages. Now, as I read English, and I'm English, I'm actually going to Tepax all the other languages out, because I don't need that, or I might put a bit of washi tape over them. But if you do speak other language, or you need these other languages, you could just make it's adjustable to yourself. It's a Monday start, which is great. I don't have to redate this one, which is fantastic. And then the weeks are Monday starts as well, and that is literally what I'm going to be doing there. Where am I spending my day? What are the critical tasks that have to get done, and I will slot them into the times. Now, I don't have a lot of room on my desk. I do have a video on my desk tour, which I'll link down below. So this will sit on my desk like that most of the time. Okay, and so I can look at these on a daily basis and turn them over. And then I also have a notebook for jotting down ad hoc things and things that come at me during the day. So that's how that's how I'm using that one. Now, in conjunction with that is this. This is a Kinbor. It's in a plastic cover, which is why I've been able to put some decoration in. So I could put some, for each month I could just drop a sticker or something, not actually stick it down, but some paper or whatever just in the front of this to decorate it for the month. And this is, does it have the name of it? I cannot remember. It's a Kinbor. It's from AliExpress. It's a Teco A5. And then you've literally got your months. You've got your perpetual calendar types. You then go into your monthlies. And this is what I really like. So all your months are at the beginning. Then you have your weeks. And then there's absolutely loads of note paper at the back. But what I did like, and this is the week coming up, thin paper again, like the Kinbor. I actually like the Kinbor. It's not Hobonichi thin, but it is still thin, and you can hear it, it's the crinkly. I really like this because of these boxes. And I've actually already done a video showing you this. I've done a total flip through of this, but this is literally, I'm going to fill out the one with all the times on, and then I'm going to look at my various systems and that whole morning brain dump that you do of what's got to be done today, and I will literally write those in. And then because I've got the whole year, if there's a time specific task that needs to be done, I am going to basically write it in on the day. So when I get to do my weekly plan, I'll be looking at this page and I'll be going, okay, so that was penciled in, so that's got to be done. I need to put that on my time thing, anything else, and then just download all of that information of what's got to be done. And because you've got the whole week, you can tick it off as you go. Have a look at it in the morning, have a look at it in the evening. And also with this one, I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to put stickers in here, I'm going to put a bit of washi tape, and it's going to be a record of the year. So this is sort of my pretty planner. As you can see, I haven't started it yet. This is the week, I'm just about to start this week. So I'll show you how this is coming along in the next few weeks. But I'm excited to use this one. Really, really excited to use this one. Okay, on the thin, what else have I got? I've got so much stuff here. We do have two Kinborns weeklies. Now these are the same layout inside, just different covers. I'm not going to show you this blue one because this blue one is my business planner. And there's already started using this for planning out 2025 for my online haberdashery business. So I'm not going to show you that because there's obviously sensitive stuff in there, figures and things that I don't want people to see. But that's what I'm going to be using that one for. But it's the same, exactly the same layout as this. And this is the same as a Hobonichi Weeks. So if you want a Hobonichi Weeks dupe, this is absolutely the thing. But the paper's, again, it's thin, but it's slightly thicker, and I prefer this one. And the layout is slightly different. There are a lot of videos out there that will tell you the differences, and they compare them side by side and all those sort of things. So you can always go and check that out. So we have the months all at the front. We then have a yearly overview, which I'm going to be filling out hopefully this afternoon. And then you go into your weeks. So this, I had one of these last year, which I used as a bit of a memory keeper. So I sort of write down what happened each day on here, and then I'd choose something from the week. I might be thinking about something, or something happened, a memory or something, and then I would you know, fill it out here. And that's what I'm going to be using this for. I'm also going to be using this as an on the go. So I'm going to be filling out all of the months the same as my master calendar, because this will be thrown in my handbag and it will come with me, because I've got a lot of things happening this year. I'm going to be a lot more busier this year than I have been in the past. I've even started setting up a habit tracker on these pages there, so I've got a habit tracker going on there. But there will be washi and stickers and all those sort of things in here, and at the back there's loads of note paper. So again, if I run out of page here for memory keeping or whatever, I could always go over to the back, or I could put some collections in there, books I want to read, you know, note things out when I'm out and about, that sort of thing. That's what I'm using that one for. I'm just grabbing them now off the pile. So I can't remember if I showed you this last year. This is a Fringe planner, and it was actually an 18-month one. I have used this in a couple of different ways. So it started in August, and I have used this, like I say, a couple of different ways, but I'm going to be using this as my content planner. So those pages there all clipped together of what I have or haven't used. There's stickers in there, there's tasks. I use it as a personal planner for a bit, I use it as a content planner for a bit. I was just trying to find out how best to use it. But these are my sort of themes and things for the year. And then we're into January, and I've just started setting this up. So let me just get to a month I haven't set up. Here we are, October. So as you can see, it's a Sunday start. So before, when I was setting this up, I just redated the whole page. But for some reason, I sat down to do that this time. I looked at it and thought, you know what, I can make Saturday and Sunday on the same day, and I could use this here as a weekly to-do, even though I've got a notes page. That's not very big there. So I'm going to use this as a sort of like a weekly to-do here, and then I'm going to put all of my plans in there. And it's more of a what did I do as opposed to what I'm going to do. And what I mean by that is it's not that pre-planning, it's this is what I actually did, so I can go back and review it as to what I need to do. And then on a weekly basis, you've got these nice big boxes, and on here you've got a nice big page, so I can list out Instagram listings I want to do. I could use each section on Instagram, on Facebook, Patreon, newsletter, all of those sort of things. There's plenty of space in there to do that. Again, some note pages, not very many at the back, and a pocket, and that is Molly and Rex, and it's an 18-month planner, that one. So that's my content planner. Now in conjunction with that, so I'll put everything on top of it, I'm going to be using my Rocket book. Now this is a very new, because I never make my full decision on what I'm going to use for next year until after Christmas, so Boxing Day. And the reason is I have a birthday in the middle of December, and I always get presents, and the same for Christmas, I always get presents, and this was something my husband bought me. It was in my wish list and he bought it me, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So if you're not familiar with a Rocket book, they do different ones. This is the academic one, and it is basically a notebook, as you can see, which you write in. It is a paper notebook, but you use a friction pen on it. And you can only use a friction, because all of this, you just spray that with water and all of these numbers will just rub off. Okay, so it's a reusable notebook. So I've made some lists about content stuff here, and I also, right at the very back here, I wrote down, as I was watching the videos, how many journals and things I used over the last few years. So I use that, and I will just spray that with water, and it comes with a cloth, and I'll just wipe all that off. Now if I wanted to keep that information, you just take a photograph of it. It uploads to the app on your phone, which then you set the app on your phone to send information to a specific email or Evernote, Notion, Todoist is what I use, all of those sort of things. So it's that cross between paper and digital. You write down with a pen, as long as it's a friction one, you take a photo of it and it uploads that information. So if you're a student or you like taking notes and things, then this is really, really good, and I would recommend you go and have a look. So this, because it's academic, it's got my maps, it's got a few weeks in it, it's got like a month's worth of weeks in, and then there's 3 months of this. So my idea with this, because I can rub it all out, is I can just literally throw everything at it. I can throw content, project planning, appointments, stuff that's going on, just to have a good look and an overview of 3 months. So like a quarterly plan, I could just throw everything at it and go, actually I can't do that project because there's just too much on. It's a place of scribbling, it's a place of working stuff out, planning, it's messy, it's all that. And then if I want to keep it, funk, take a photo and I can upload it to the digital, and I've got a copy, and then wipe it all out and start again. So this is going to be in conjunction with my content planner. So I'm going to sort of write out various content, sort of that, oh, here I want to do this, here I want to do that, this is where I want to do that, and then upload that, and then when it actually gets to it, I'll have it in there as a record of what I actually did and that sort of thing. It's a working out book, it's a scribble notebook, it's one of those. But I'm really looking forward to using this in more depth and actually having it as part of my system. I will definitely be doing a video on how I'm using this, because I'm in love with this, I have to say. So yeah, has to be used with the friction pens. This was a quick one, family calendar, you know, bog standard calendar you can get in the pound shop or whatever. This is to go in the kitchen with appointments on, or specific things that need to happen for Harry and Stuart. So very simple and quick. I've included that because it's still part of the system, it's still letting them know what's going on. And then we get into more specific things. So I'm going to start with this. This is something I picked up out of HomeSense. It was about £9, so it was quite cheap. And for those of you who know, this is a Moleskine. And it is an academic planner, so it's the 18-month one. Week and notes, and it's got the month on a page as well. This is my Kanban book, my 3 monthly quarterly planning book. I've already set it up. I am going to do a video on it. I do need to do my quarterly planning come January. As you can see, I am using it. I don't do quarterly planning like everybody else. I don't start till February. Lots of reasons for that. Watch out for the video if you are new here, so you understand why that is. So that's what I'm using that for. Okay, so that's my quarterly planning. This one is, I can't remember whether it's a Fringe. As you can see, it's fairly new. I haven't even took the band off it. Eckaloo, I think it is. Again, I had this out of Home Bargains, which is the, you know, the Matalan equivalent. And I'm going to use this for my craft club. So I run a craft club twice a week, and we tend to do lots of projects. I also need to record who came, so I know how much income I've had from that, things that happen, people's birthdays, anniversaries, things to remember, such as when Poppy Day Appeal is on, because we do a display for that, and then ideas that we had from this year that we want to carry forward to next year. That's where it's all going to be. Now, it's a Sunday start, so that's why I've got days of the week in, and that sort of thing. Have I actually done January? No, I haven't started. So I was looking at Tipp-Exing out the numbers and just writing them back in, because with lots of stickers, you just tend to, here we go, I have started in May. I tip-exed out Sunday to see if the white, and there's a few here, to see if the white would go, because it's cream paper, but it looks okay. So that's probably what I'll do. So I've got to redate that. It's a bit more work to do, but I don't have to do that all in one go. I can do that, you know, if I just do 3 months to get us going, and then I can take my time finishing that redating off. Not a problem. So that's 2 types of ways I've been redating, and maybe I'll do a video on redating planners and that sort of thing for in the new year. So that's a specific planner for a specific job, which is the craft club. All the crafts club stuff will be in there. And then if there's anything that needs to be done, that will then get transposed into my weekly plan. Right, the other things that I've got here. Let's start with the index box. We all love an index box. I love index cards, and I've got a Zettelkasten all set up, which I am using. So my index card has a section for checklists, which I'm going to rewrite. New year, new checklist, that sort of thing. So that's the first thing that goes in here, is a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly and yearly checklist. So if anything's coming up, things I have to remember when I'm planning my month, I'll just pull the card out and use that. Then I have a tickler file. So this is actually January to February, and here's January's card. So this is a reminder that I've got to do the VAT return for the business, and we've got a Deliveroo renewal on the 29th. And then in February is the same. We've got birthdays, half term, and things that renew. And these are things that happen on a yearly basis that I wouldn't necessarily remember, but I've put them in there as a reminder. And then I think further on I've then also put here you go. So with April here, I've then also put a sticky note of other things that I've got to keep, you know, that might only happen next year for 25. So that's on the sticky note. Oh, I know I've talked a lot. And then take a breath. Then behind that, then I've got a backlog of tasks. So I've got a section here for all, you know, Daisycraft, My Craft Orchard, Personal Home, my writing, Someday, Craft Club, and then in there I've got all the tasks that are not time specific. So these are tasks I want to do under each of these elements, but they're not time specific, so they could be done at any time. So what I do when I do my weekly plan or my monthly plan is I put all the time specific stuff in. Oh, I've got a bit of room, I've got a bit of space on that day, what can I do? I want to work on home, so I can come in here and pull out something off my home, and it's in priority order. It's how Megan Summerall teaches her time management system, so it's all prioritised. So the first thing on my home is looking at my Fly Lady system and getting that kick started. So that would be one of the first projects that I'm going to be doing in January. And then behind there I have a load of cards with information on for My Craft Orchard. So I've got content pillars, stuff for YouTube, Facebook. Again, it's a bit of a backlog of information and things I want to do, ideas and that sort of thing. But I've got a specific section for them because A, there's a lot, and B, there's a lot, and having them separate rather than trying to put them under the one tab, you get lost, because there are specific things for YouTube and specific things for other content and things that I want to be doing. So that's that one, and again that gets fed into the main system. I'm going to be doing a series of videos come January and February, and that talking about how all these things link together. Let's talk about this one then. So last year I discovered the last year I discovered the Everbook system. I have videos, I will link them down below. And this is my Everbook. It's in progress, we're still working on it. I have different folders for the different elements of my life. The one that's really working is that menu planning that is working a lot. And this is where I put collections of information. This is where I put the books I want to read, the videos I want to read, menu planning ideas, writing ideas, all those loose pieces of paper that you don't know what to do with, or you can't at that point in time process. But like, let's say for instance I've got a scrap piece of paper and I wrote an idea for a novel on it, or a scene, or words, or something. What do I do with that? I could shove it into the front of my writing journal, or I could put it in here, and I know that it's filed, and then when I want to start processing stuff, it's all in there ready to go. As you can see, there's all sorts, there's some index cards in there, there's, you know, all sorts of things in there. And it's almost like a loose leaf filing system for each element, as well as collections of things I want to do and ideas I have and that sort of thing. It's working really, really well. You can actually base your whole system, your calendar, your projects, the lot, around the Everbook system. It's not a problem. But I am loving that, and I'm really, really trying to get that into all of this. It hasn't fully worked, but that's a very simplified system. I love it. There's only 3 more on my desk. We're all right. It's only 3. So this one you've seen before. This is my writing journal. It's the Creations Author. I've been using this for a good number of years. 24's in there, 23, 22, 21 actually started this. And this is a record of what writing I'd done or haven't done, which is more likely for 2024. Dot grid, Tonomi river paper, and then I've got a couple of little notebooks in the back, which are there for ideas, scribbling. And if I am in a dedicated, I want to write stuff down, I'll grab one of these and I can take it with me in my bag, or I can just sit at my desk or whatever. It's all about the caption of ideas instead of processing them. Last year I had lots and lots of plans every time I tried NaNoWriMo or a writing month or anything like that to actually process all of these. It never happened. It never got to it. There was always something that stopped me doing it. So this is a big change for 25. I am dedicating more time to my writing. I'm going to be more intentional with what I do. There will be a video on my writing and what I intend to do and all those sort of things coming up, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you have subscribed, and if you're enjoying this so far, please hit that like button. It really does help my channel. Now 2 more. This one I was given for my birthday, and I have been trying to get back into doing a bit of art journaling. So I have set up Saturday evening as art journaling. So what happens is I have some quiet time as I put my son to bed. We have some quiet time together, and I have grabbed a few pens and I've just drawn or doodled or whatever. So this is a couple of Saturdays that I've been having to play with this, and I am enjoying this. I have to say, I am enjoying this. Yes, it's not finished, it doesn't matter. I've been watching a few videos on art journaling and getting back into it, and it just feels right that this one I'm doing. And this is Art Creations, Talon's Art Creations, and I think it's just their sketchbook. There's no, here we go, it's just a sketchbook, 80 page, £94 acid free sketchbook. So it's nothing fancy. I don't think it was a lot of money, but my husband gave me this for my birthday, and so far I know it's only 2 pages, but I am really enjoying that. Okay, and finally we have this little baby. She's so lovely. So if you've shopped on the Kinbor site or on AliExpress, you may have seen this. So this came as a sort of an advent calendar. It came with this snowflake clip at the bottom, which I absolutely love. It came with some washi tape, a pen, which was a bit cheap and nasty. I gave that to my husband to use. And it came with these stickers, these date stickers. And it also came with a postcard or a card, which I've just tucked in the front because I really, really like it. And this book. Now, this book is A6, as you can see. It is a Kinbor, and it is an undated diary. So it's got the dates, and then it's got all of the months as well. And then at the back, it's got like a day page. It's all undated. But this is going to be my art journal, bullet journal, memory keeping, creativity space. I'm calling it a creativity space because last year I took an A6, the same as this, and I used it as a bullet journal. I drew my month out and I decorated it, and every now and then I thought, I'll just do a bit of drawing or stick a nice sticker in, or something like that. I don't want to use my new stickers, my lovely fancy stickers, in my everyday planning. I want to use them in somewhere nice, somewhere I'm going to keep. And so the idea behind this is that's the place I'm going to keep it. I'm going to have my monthlies. Oh, I didn't realise they had those. Oh, well, there we go. So they have a perpetual calendar as well, and then they have the monthlies, which I will date up for January, and I can put stickers on, and I can put some memories in, and I can turn to the back here and I can do a bit of drawing, or I could do some writing, I could put a quote in. A bit more of a commonplace book, I suppose, depending on what your definition of a commonplace book is, but that's what I'm going to use this one for. I am so excited to use this. I really am. I am looking forward to the 1st of January to come into here. This is an A6 book, and as you can see, it's for the year. What that book will also do, it will come out of this cover because this is for January, and it will go into my Spy Family. If you saw that video, I've got a Spy Family Hobonichi cover, which I don't want to use until my cover on cover arrives, but so this will go into that cover. It will go into some of the other A6 covers I've got. So throughout the year, I can refreshen, and I can plan a hop without plan a hop in the inside by changing the cover. So that's my plan for that one. And this is actually my saying of the year. I will, watch me. So that's my inspiration for 2025. I hope you have enjoyed this. Please make sure you've subscribed, you've liked this. Particularly if you want to see me using some of these things. I have a lot of ideas for my craft orchard for 2025. Last year was a little bit of a washout. I lost quite a lot of interest in producing videos for this channel. Hopefully I've got a zhuzh back, and I will be here on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Comment down below. Thank you very much. Bye bye.